In this video, we're going to do a brief but in-depth guide on how to utilize Maypul's Tether in Rivals of Aether 2. My tag is VinnyCent. I was a Masters Maypul player in Rivals of Aether 1. I'm being shield camped floor hugged in Rivals of Aether 2. And I'm ripping off BV Smash dudes because it's funny. So yeah, let's get started. Maypul's already the fastest character and has an insane combo game. But Tether allows you to extend your combos in otherwise impossible scenarios for guaranteed combo extensions and even confirmed kills.
Oh my god, that might be it! I don't know, does he have the resources to make it back? Can wall jump? Oh my god! Oh, hold on, production! Oh my god, it's over! Plop!
It's all three of these together that convinces players to put Maypul in the top row of their tier list in the first place.
So next up is Maypul. This character is a demon. I don't think this character should exist in any capacity. It's kind of ridiculous what Maypul can do in this game.
To input Tether, you need to press attack and special at the same time. Doing this macro without moving your left stick will always tether you above the opponent, and putting left or right in your left stick will change where you end up after the tether. If the attack plus special macro is uncomfortable for you, Tether can also be inputted via strong plus special and grab plus special. Now that you know how to do it, let's get into confirms. At low to mid percent, Tether is too slow, and the opponent will be able to either air dodge or hit you out of the tether. You mainly just want to combo normally anywhere, since Maypul's combo game is pretty good. At mid to high percent, you want to use Tether as a way to extend your combos with Nair, since it's your fastest attack. Sometimes you can use Fair after Tether, but it depends on how fast you get the Tether out, since Fair has more startup than Nair. Tether and Air could be followed from any strong hit such as neutral air, back air, up air, forward tilt, or up tilt. The best of these moves being Nair. Nair is fast, low end lag, and normally sends really far out where a follow-up can seem impossible. Since people have the free will to play Claren or other broken characters, the percent that Tether combos start to work begin to vary depending on what character you're fighting and what move you use before Tether. Fair is good, but doesn't have as much hitstun scaling as Nair does, so it won't true combo without a little more percent. F-tilt will need even more percent than that, since they're a bit laggier. Make sure you don't begin defaulting to only Tether follow-ups though, since you'll miss out on Maypul's amazing combo game. Make sure you use Tether exclusively as a way to extend your combos and offense. If you hit the sweet spot in air, Tether to the side closest to you for a follow-up. If they DI in, you'll be able to get a fair for either a kill or an edgeguard scenario. If they DI out, Nair is your fastest attack and will almost guarantee to stop. The same idea applies to Baron F-tilt, but requires a little more percent for it to be true on all DI. To practice, I recommend going to training and setting up a scenario like this. Set the bot to a highish percent, random DI, and air dodge in the air. Don't forget to save. Remember that Tether after Nair is goated. Use whatever move you want to start and get your follow-up. If the bot air dodges your Nair, it's either you need more percent or need a less laggy attack. If you notice that Tether Fair only works on DI in, you'll need to practice recognizing which DI your opponent did. A really helpful skill in general for plat fighters. Remember, you want to practice using Tether in your combos when you can't get another follow-up. Don't hyper-focus on it. If you're struggling to hit your opponents with your Tether starters, one good way to use them is when edgeguarding. Grab ledge, abuse your 36 frames of invincibility, and get that hit. Okay? So that's how you kill off the side with Tether. But to kill at the top, you'll need to learn Maypul's signature Tether 50-50. This might be the most reliable way you take a stock. First, you'll need to send your opponent close to the top blast zone with an attack. These moves will normally be up air and up tilt. Once you land one of these moves, Tether to the side closest to you. After the tether, buffer and up air. That's it. If you're in training, if the bot is set to DI in, it will fall out of the up air. Ignore this. It's weird and misleading. You're not supposed to hold in against up air, or else you'll die. To avoid this, your opponent actually needs to hold up, which will let them fall out of the up air. This is where the 50-50 begins. If you think the opponent is going to hold up, use Nair, as it will punish their DI up and hopefully take the stock. There's a lot of nuances with this 50-50 though, that should be explained. Depending on where you land the initial starter, there are certain percent ranges where up air will kill, but Nair won't. This means that your opponent should always be holding up and they'll always survive. This is a kind of a given, you just need more percent. Instead of up air, just use nair or fair to keep the combo going. Moving on. Even if your opponent falls out of your up air, the situation isn't over. Use your double jump or hell, even your air dodge. Stall if you need to and chase your opponent with another up air or up special. Whatever it takes. This often becomes a battle of who has the most resources, which is why I recommend fast following your up air after the final hit if you have a platform underneath you. Depending on where your opponent DIs, you might end up tethering really close to the corner. In these cases, just go for the nair. They have to die. Maybe. Hopefully. Now I know I said Maypul was on the top of the tier list, but that was peer pressure from society. If you ask me, Maypul's bottom one and needs to be buffed. I think the Maypul seed nerf that changed the damage of the seed from 2 to 1 is devastating. You're telling me I need to hit 100 seeds to get them to kill percent? What the fuck? To make up for this injustice, this nerf needs to be reverted, and the seed should go back to doing 4%. It would make Maypul feel so much more fun and interactive than she currently is right now. And that should be everything you need to use Tether offensively. Regarding using Tether to recover, there's honestly not much to talk about, so I'll make this quick. Tether is way laggier if the opponent isn't in hit stun, so be careful when you use this. If your opponent understands the Maypul matchup, they should understand that there are moves that cover every Tether option, and that all they need to do is react. Maypul's only option is to mix in Tether with the recovery routes every now and then to throw off your opponent. This makes it hard for your opponent to try to cover the ledge and Tether at the same time. Whether it's after a wall cling to get past level from the ledge, or as soon as you're out of hit stun to catch them off guard. Mixing it up is important. If you do Tether, ideally you're going to go behind them as they try to cover ledge, or above to whiff punish with down special. If your opponent doesn't know how to cover every Tether option, I really recommend tethering above and punishing with down special. It's fun and will allow you to reverse the situation. Hi, VinnyCent here. I hope you guys liked my video. It was really fun to make and I'm glad I finally got my first one out. I plan on making more content for Rivals 2 soon, so please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.